Play guides, Jimbo! We've got play guides!
Yes, and today on The Zone, we've got them coming out of our consoles!
So dudes, grab a pen and paper and stand by to learn gaming Zone style!
That's right, and while you're at it, check out Battle Clash, EA's Urban Strike, ESPN Baseball, and Iron Helix.
Oh, great stuff here! The Mortal Kombat 2 guff continues! It's going to be great! The dog dishes up more news on the basketball!
And Bev takes the wraps off some truly awesome Chrissy releases.
Oh, good stuff! And then, just when you don't expect it, we launch into 2 new competitions! What could be better than that?
Oh, mate, if that doesn't make you a truly happy gamehead, then
It sucks to be everyone else but us, matey!
You are now entering.
We've had loss of signal now.
Well, last week, the mighty Zone Army smashed those jokes from EA at Zone 3. So, to put them in a better mood this week, and give them something to smile about, we thought we'd better review Urban Strike, which, all jokes aside, just happens to be a very destructive and most happening game.
Urban Strike. This game is nothing short of spectacular. Or is it stupendously awesome? Either way, it's hot. Urban Strike is the third in the EA Strike trilogy. So what's setting this one above its predecessors? Well, I'd have to say it's the added arcade feature, where the pilot leaves the safety of his craft to explore, destroy, and cause total mayhem on foot. He's armed with a machine gun and a rocket launcher, and there's no shortage of pure carnage to be had.
Yes, this game is so seriously cool that I got so excited I hurled. It's the third in the line of EA's Strike games and by far the best. You start at Hawaii with mass shooting and destruction in a helicopter and eventually end up in Las Vegas on foot doing the same thing. Along the way you get to fly 2 types of helicopters, drive a tank and cause major damage to a casino.
The missions are tough with stronger enemies than before, as well as the new surroundings of urban dwellings. It's one of those games that when you start, you just can't stop. It's purely addictive. 88.
It's action-packed and most challenging. It scrolls well, it looks good, and the controls are so smooth it's the scariest thing in the world. It's a killer, it's a big 95. Alright, here's a play guide for one of my favourite games, Dragon's Lair. And it's in the tentacle stage. Now what you've got to do is when the tentacle drops down, press the fire button and that'll cut that tentacle. Then push forward and Dirk will jump to the far end of the screen. As soon as you land, push right and then straight away pull back. Now, this is when you take a bit of a breather. Wait until the crates on the left flash, then push left, and as soon as you land and the door opens, push up. It's really that simple. If you got one of those NHL hockey games and you can't seem to win any of the vital games, then I got the goods for you. Here's some easy ways to get the puck in the back of the net. The first is what I call the B and C move. Take one of your men into the attack zone to draw the defence. Then, instead of him shooting, find an unmarked teammate and pass it to him by pressing the B button. And then immediately press the C button. When the ball gets to the unmarked man, he hammers it into the goal. Works most of the time.
Mortal Kombat!
Well, welcome back to our favourite and mine, Mortal Kombat 2. The particularly keep a spare pair of underpants handy moves. All right, now today Bev will perform for you as Reptile. Isn't that right, Bev? Yeah, as Reptile. The move where he grabs Muttley right like this, grabs him and just pulls him up, and the top half of him just goes blah over there, guts and all, and just his legs are left standing there. It's pretty gruesome, pretty impressive. Anyway, shall we go about this? How would we go about it? Oh, okay. We would do a forward, and a down, and a high kick. And... no, that's wrong. Oh, you have to be invisible, remember? That's better. Right, no, don't look at me like that. Okay, now that would be again, Beth. As Reptile, a forward, a down, and a high kick. And if successful, all that will be left is a spindly pair of legs. Well done, mate. Good work.
Okay, fellas, Fellas! I picked you up from the pit last week, Bev! Dead man.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Mortal Kombat 2. Out now.
Tony, where do I get this?
FX Games. Hilltop Plaza, Charlestown.
Zone approved games. Neil.
Here it is, guys. Tactical Fighter Experiment, or as it's been abbreviated, TFX.
The sound and the graphics are great, and while the controls are explicit, they're easy to master.
The number of screen options available is more than generous, and some of them have to be seen to be believed.
What else can I say? It's got everything a good flight sim should have. So go out and get it. I give it 95.
It sucks not to be TFX. 92, and I haven't even seen the CD-ROM version yet.
It's almost like watching a cartoon. The backgrounds and sprites are well done, and there are some funny touches to the characters.
There's heaps of stuff to do, and it'll take you a lot of time to do it. So I'd give it 84.
Definitely check this out. Overall, 83.
Here's a few words for you. I dig it, because I do. Want to drive a race car? Man, here's your chance.
The hottest arcade racing game has come to your consoles. Virtual Racing, with its DSP chip, is totally ballistic.
If this thing's any more lifelike, the censorship board will be having you wearing a seatbelt.
This 3D, four-wheeled frenzy offers two-player mode, training, and of course, hardcore racing.
Go out, buy it, and don't forget your Ray-Bans, because this game's cool. I give it 90%.
I give it a 93.
Well, despite a big publicity push, Nintendo's Scope games never quite set the world on fire, you know what I mean? Another example of gaming gimmicks gone horribly wrong. Well, in fairness to all concerned, we figured, hey, let's give them another chance. So, we are. The game is called Battle Clash.
If you're one of those poor sad fools who forked out for a Nintendo Super Scope or a Sega Menacer a while back, you're probably regretting it right about now. No quality software has been released for either light gun, and if Battle Clash is an example of the Super Scope games that we can expect in future, then throw your gun in the recycling bin right now. Battle Clash is bad, real bad. Light guns are limited by their very nature. All you can do is shoot certain points on your screen. But Battle Clash doesn't even attempt to make the most of a bad deal.
The story behind this game is such utter garbage, I won't even go into it. Piloting a mobile suit, you have a series of one-on-one shootouts with different enemy robots. Now the deal is to shoot their incoming fire, and also find their weak spot, which you then continually hammer until the cretin explodes. And then it's off to the next round with the tougher robot to waste.
You're up against 8 giant robots, one at a time. You shoot them dead before they shoot you dead. A whole barrel of fun? I think not. The graphics and sound are okay, but the gameplay is so basic it makes you want to scream. The Super Scope works okay, but your normal joypad is just as much fun. It should probably be pain. Steer well clear of this one. I'd give it 28.
The graphics have that great Japanese animation. The sound effects and music are good, and it's fun for a while, but being just a name and shoot kind of deal, it gets tedious rather quickly. Extended play will definitely give you a gammy neck. Hire it for a mindless shooting spree, if you must. 55.
Number 3.
Yeah, g'day, Buff, it's Guile here with some surefire combos for my game Super Street Fighter 2. These combos are so cool that even that wussbag Ken will put all his opponents on the floor. But remember, you do need a 6-button control pad. Okay, combo 1. Hit your opponent with 2 medium punches, then pull out your dragon punch. Your opponent will be on the floor minus heaps of energy. How cool is that? Now, combo 2. Jump towards your opponent, and while you're in the air, throw a medium punch. Then when you hit the ground, go straight into a whirlwind kick, followed by a dragon punch and a chai ball. Yeah, suckers, I meant chi ball, not chai ball. Then, after all that combo, your opponent will be toast. Mincemeat, gone, finished, kaput, all over, like this program. Bye.
Time for the Bars Grommets, that's right. First up, we've got a dude called Rex. Radical Rex, in fact. Proof that a good platformer can be made right here in Australia, that's right. He's made by the dudes down in Beam Software in Melbourne, Australia. And he's quite a cool platformer. Bev is going to tell you more about him later in a little preview, and he's going to do a little preview about Earthworm Jim. Stick around for that.
And?
You gotta fight for your right to party!
Now, I might not be able to sing, but the Beastie Boys could, and they're a really good band, that's right. And blokes at EMI, in fact, Pixie from EMI, hello Pixie, has given us 5 Beastie Boys CDs, 5 Beastie Boy videos, and a number of Beastie Boy screensavers to give to you nice people. All you have to do is write down the name of the Beastie Boys' current single. And here's a clue.